All right, I'm not gonna lie. This is probably gonna be one of the shortest episodes I've done in a while. Like, I'm gonna probably get it to be under 10 minutes. It's because I have to leave very soon. I'm actually doing a drive test to get my full license, my full driver's license today. So I'll talk a little bit about it tomorrow. I'll talk about the whole like driving scene tomorrow as well. But for today, I just want to talk about something simple, right? It's a couple of Bible verses that really like sit with me. And in this moment in my life, as I'm trying to grow my faith and trying to glorify the kingdom in my life, I have to think about these things, which is like, first one is in Proverbs, right? Trust in the Lord and lean not on your own understanding. And then the second one, it's a quote from Paul. I don't remember what epistle it's from. Apologies for that. But all that you do, do for the glory of God, right? So these things, it's like, I think about it and I'm like, okay, right? When I'm doing this driving test, I should still, even if it's something that doesn't seem to be that crazy, I should still do it for the glory of God. I should still glorify His name. And it's like, if I fail, I shouldn't be too angry. And if I pass, I shouldn't be too prideful. I shouldn't be too boastful about my driving skills and all of that stuff, right? It's like, yes, that's a way you can glorify God. In anything that you do, you can glorify God, no matter how small it may be. If it can just be like a small conversation with someone, or I have other courses and classes and exams coming up in the next couple weeks in my life. Obviously, I've already talked about the personal training course. I'm doing my coaching stuff to be a soccer coach. In those things, and in how I coach as well, I can do that for the glory of God as well. And even in all of these things, I shouldn't have any fear, right? Trust in the Lord and lean not on your own understanding. It's like, if I fail this test, or if for whatever reason I fail the other exams that I have coming up, if things get delayed, it's like sometimes it's not my fault. Like, I look at the driving test and I'm like, I've prepared pretty well for it. I'm very, very ready personally. I feel very confident about it. But like obviously I've already done a test in the past. I might have talked about on the show. I'm not sure if I did. I might have not. I don't really remember. But I did test like 6 months ago and I failed pretty miserably. Right. And I was very angry at the end of that. And I have to remember, okay, that was not a Christ like thing. So I have to learn in these times in my life, and just through anything else, really, things that might be even more bigger, more important, right? A lot of these things, it's like, it's kind of mundane. It's a little bit small. Like, it doesn't really matter for like the overarching kind of life that I'm living, right? But obviously, it's still important, right? I'd like to have my full license. I'd like to be able to have that freedom, but you gotta get through. You gotta pass. I'd like to be personal trainer certified, be a certified coach, and get all this stuff done. But you gotta get through it. You gotta go through the necessary courses, the exams, the tests, all that type of stuff. And then hopefully on the other side of it, things will be good. But if I fail for whatever reason, I need to know that it's God's plan, not mine. I've tried my best. I've done everything in my power to make it work. And if it didn't work because of something that happened that was beyond my control, then I have to just give it up to God, right? And continue, regardless of the circumstance, to glorify God in all that I do. So I try my best on the show, of course, to spread the words of the gospel, words of Jesus Christ, of course. But also, like, during the rest of the things in my life, even the things that don't really seem that big, you should absolutely be doing the same. And I think me kind of thinking about that, realizing that, and especially when it comes to like these tests and stuff, the truth is, it's like you can just do it again. You can retake it, right? It'll cost a little bit more money, but it's like it is what it is, right? You can retake the tests, and it's like, yes, you'll fail, but eventually, if you keep trying, you will pass. It might take a few extra tries, but like, it's not the end of the world. So when I'm going into these things, I'm kind of trying to remember this, and I hope it's good stuff for you to remember, that it's like, let God handle it. Truly give it up to Him. Do what you can in your power to make things as good as possible, but sometimes it just won't work out and there's nothing you can do about it. Instead of being angry about it, instead of being fearful about things and fear of failures and all this stuff, give it up to God and let God truly handle it, and focus on the one thing you can really control, which is how you glorify God in anything that you do. But regardless of what you do, regardless of whether you eat or whether you drink, do all for the glory of God. It might have been in Thessalonians. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but now I'm thinking about it. I read it pretty recently, the book of Thessalonians, so it might have been in that. Of course, I could be wrong, right? I could be wrong, but like, yes, that is kind of the thing that I'm dealing with right now. It's a shorter episode today. I just wanted to kind of share these little thoughts and ideas just to kind of get this through, but I do have to go. I got to get going because I got the test and I got a couple extra things I got to take care of today. But yes, tomorrow when I have a little bit more time in the morning, especially, yeah. Also, I didn't record as early in the morning because I was just so out of it. I was so tired, and I have to kind of mentally prep myself for this test. So like, I got to get into it, right? But yes, hopefully tomorrow I won't be as tired. I can record a little earlier in the day and truly put a lot more effort into the episodes, talk a lot about the driving situation and all that stuff, and kind of give my reflection on it. That's going to be tomorrow's episode. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you kind of go and you don't be fearful, you don't be angry. Instead, you do all for the glory of God and you trust in the Lord. Don't trust in your own understanding, and continue to move forward in your life, in your faith, and in all the things that you're dealing with, you're going through every day. And I'm here for you, right? I'm trying to spread these messages to be a good positive influence to you so that you can use this as some kind of fuel to the fire to go and keep moving forward every day in your life. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you for being here. As always, show your support on the show in any way you can by leaving a like, subscribing on YouTube, following on Spotify. Tomorrow will be a much longer, more detailed episode for sure. Today was just a shorter one because I got to get going. So thank you for watching this episode. I'll wrap it up right here. Continue to glorify God every day throughout your life. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode of the 365 podcast.